Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a zombie horror film, Zombie Lake. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins in a village somewhere in France, 10 years after World War II. A beautiful woman walks to the lake to go skinny dipping. After arriving near the lake, she strips down and goes sun tanning. In a few moments, she comes to the lake and removes a sign prohibiting people from swimming in it. She then dives into the water and enjoys naked swimming. Underneath the water, a zombie secretly peeping at her like a zombie Tom. At first, the zombie appears to be attracted to her hormones, but after some time, it suddenly grabs her. She attempts to fight back against the zombie, but it successfully takes her smelly ass away. Later, the villagers from the bar begin to worry about the lady, since she's not coming back yet. One of them declares that if she doesn't come back, he will report it to the mayor. The following day, the woman's still not back yet. The villager visits the lake, only to find the woman's clothes. He comes to the mayor and reports the situation. The mayor then promises to call the police if they confirm the woman is missing. The mayor expresses his worry that there must be a mysterious reason behind the disappearances in their village. Meanwhile, a smelly girl comes near the lake to do some laundry. Attracted by her smell, the zombie emerges out of the water and proceeds to follow her. The zombie grabs her by surprise and pins her down to the ground. It then spares her lips, but bites her neck and sucks her blood until she dies. After that, the zombie enjoys her vitaminic blood and leaves her smelly body. Later on, the villagers find her dead, so they take her to the mayor's office. Along the way, the other villagers witness them carrying the body. They arrive, and the mayor sees the body. He says to her grieving father that they cannot bury the body yet, and that they need to bring the body to the police for an autopsy, so they can figure out what happened to her. The father obliges and curiously takes a look at his daughter's bite wounds. After some time, a journalist visits the village to investigate the legend behind their lake. She comes to the bar and asks the villagers about it. The journalist is intrigued about the lake's name, which is Lake of the Damned. The villager then advises her to ask the mayor about it. Soon after, the villager guides the journalist to the mayor's office. They arrive there, and the journalist observes the mayor's office. She walks in, and the mayor talks to her. She says to him that she wants to learn about the lake, but the mayor is reluctant to answer her question. She then gives him a book about otherworldly phenomena. He gets interested, so he finally agrees to get interviewed by her. She asks him about the lake's name. He replies that the lake was originally named the Damned Lake, but later on, the villagers named it the Lake of the Damned. The mayor then narrates the story of why the villagers changed its name. The scene flashes back to 10 years ago, when Nazi soldiers occupied the village during World War II. During the gunfire, a muscular Nazi soldier, nicknamed Mr. Muscles, saves a beautiful local woman called Beauty from a bomb explosion. Mr. Muscles gets injured in his muscles by the explosion. His fellow soldiers take his body to the clinic, where the nurse gives him medical attention. Soon after, Mr. Muscles and Beauty meet again on a bridge. They seem to be attracted to each other's muscles. They then share an intimate moment in the Bard house. 2 minutes later, Beauty gives her pendant to him, and he goes back to the battlefield with his fellow Nazi soldier. After he leaves, Beauty eventually dies from giving birth to their baby. Some time later, Mr. Muscles and the other German soldier pass by the village. Mr. Muscles takes a moment to visit Beauty, who appears to be sick after giving birth to their baby, named Helena. But Mr. Muscles only has given a few minutes to visit them. Without a choice, he kisses her and bids goodbye to her. He then walks back to his fellow German soldiers. As they are patrolling in the woods, a group of armed locals suddenly ambushes them. In a few moments, all of them fall to the ground after getting hit by the bullets. The mayor finds the dead German soldiers in the woods, so he orders the armed locals to get rid of the dead bodies. He fears that the incoming German soldiers might massacre the villagers if they find out their fellow soldiers died in their village. The armed locals then throw the dead Mr. Muscles and German soldiers into the lake. Back to the present, the mayor tells the journalist that the buried German soldiers in the lake are the reason why it got called the Lake of the Damned. She thanks the mayor for the story and leaves. The mayor soon receives the autopsy result of the woman who died from a zombie bite earlier. The forensic suspect that the bite came from a wild beast, so they advised him that he needs to organize a group to hunt the wild beast. The mayor gets frustrated as he does not believe that the wild beast is responsible for the woman's death. Meanwhile, a group of women comes to the lake. They play ball and strip down to skinny dip in the lake. The zombie German soldiers suddenly appear underneath them and peep at them. As they are playing around in the lake, the zombies emerge and grab them by their smelly asses. They try to fight for their lives, but the zombies manage to take them away. One of the women is able to run away. She comes to the bar and reports that zombies in the lake have taken away her shitty friends. The mayor gets informed about it, so he calls the police and reports the situation. He asks the police for reinforcement, believing that the zombie soldiers are about to attack the village. The police did not believe his story, but they promised to send 2 inspectors to investigate the missing woman. The 2 inspectors eventually arrive in the village. The mayor tells them that there are German soldiers buried in the lake. He now believes that they get resurrected for vengeance. The 2 inspectors refuse to believe his bullshit, but they promise to do an investigation. Meanwhile, the zombie Mr. Muscles and his fellow soldiers wander through the village. Mr. Muscles is surprised to see his muscular daughter, Helena, in her home. He then shows her the pendant given by her mother. She immediately recognizes it and recognizes Mr. Muscles as her father. He gives the pendant to Helena and lets her wear it. After that, he leaves again. In the meantime, the 2 inspectors interview the villagers staying in the bar. The villagers tell them about the zombie soldiers, but they refuse to believe it. After that, the 2 inspectors walk to the lake to investigate further. As they are looking around the camper, the zombie German soldiers emerge out of the water. The zombies grab the long-haired inspector, and they take him to the water. The bald inspector then shoots at the zombies, but they remain unmoved. Zombies appear behind him suddenly, and they bite him to death. After that, the zombies wander through the village to hunt more victims. A couple has a romantic moment when the zombies suddenly barge. They attack the hormone-busy couple, scaring all the hormones out of them. Meanwhile, the zombie leader comes to the bar and attempts to attack the villagers. In response, the villagers run away out of fear. The other zombies successfully find more victims that they can eat. After terrorizing the villagers, the zombies walk back to the lake. In the meantime, the mayor and the villagers meet to plan their defense against the zombies. He tells them that they will ambush the zombies once they come back to the village. After some time, the zombies walk back to the village, and the mayor, together with the villagers, awaits them. As they encounter each other, the villagers shoot at the zombies. Unfortunately, they figure out the zombies are immune from bullets, so they end up running away. As the zombies successfully enter the village, Mr. Muscles visits Helena again. They then happily walk outside. Suddenly, the other zombie attempts to attack Helena, so Mr. Muscles defends his daughter against the zombie. Helena smells the hand of her father, and she figures out that Mr. Muscles must already be a zombie, so she runs away from him out of confusion. The mayor finds Helena's grandmother crying. The grandma thinks that the zombie Mr. Muscles has already killed Helena, so the mayor joins the grandma in checking her out. They then figure out she's still safe. She reveals that her zombie father saved her life from other zombies, using his zombified muscles. The following day, the mayor talks to the journalist. He tells her they cannot eradicate the zombies. He believes that the village hatred produced the zombies, and only the fire of the apocalypse can turn them into dust and give them peace. The journalist suggests that they use napalm to burn the zombies, and possibly turn the zombies into dust. The mayor accepts her suggestion and thanks her. The mayor comes to Helena and asks her about the zombie who owns the medallion. She tells him that it's his father, and they should not hurt him. However, the mayor lets her understand that his father belongs to the world of the dead, and they should let him have peace by turning him to dust. As they walk outside, a young boy reports that another woman is found dead from the zombie bite. The mayor and Helena visit the dead woman. There, Helena suggests to the mayor that she can lure the zombies to the mill. Then, the mayor and the villagers can turn the zombies into dust. Soon after, the zombies emerge out of the lake and wander through the village. The journalist covers the zombie situation, but unfortunately, she ends up being eaten by a zombie. Meanwhile, Helena lures her zombie father to the mill using fresh blood. Her zombie father enters it, and the other zombies follow them. Helena lets them drink the fresh blood and runs away. This signals the villagers to come to the mill. The villagers proceed to set the zombies on fire using a big flamethrower. The fire slowly burns the zombies and makes them suffer in pain. Some of them try to escape, but the villagers relentlessly chase them. All of the zombies end up being burned and finally turned into dust, which finally gives them peace. Helena ends up crying in their house, thinking about her father. The mayor comes to comfort her, and they walk out to check the mill together. In the end, Helena asks her dead father not to forget her, and she declares that she will never forget her father. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.